Do you guys remember that game Splitgate with one of the developers wearing the hat at Summer Games Fest, I think? Make FPS games great again. Made all the wokey journos lose their mind about him wearing it on stage, which, I mean, he should have expected, because if you're going to make a political statement in the minefield of gaming journalism today, of course, there's going to be backlash, which he seemed to be confused about for some reason. But I mean, it is what it is. Craziest part was after that transpired, he bent the knee and was an apologist to the wokey journals and was like, well, no, it wasn't what we meant. We weren't trying to make a political statement. It's like, bro, just own it, man. F those people, just own it. Well, Splitgate's back in the news because apparently their relaunch of the follow-up game is not doing so great. And they're upset. They're big mad that people are looking at SteamDB, looking at the player count. It doesn't look great. People are reporting on it, and their fees are getting hurt, apparently. The Splitgate official account, 1047 Games, responds to recent Steam charts conversations. My advice, don't. Now that my advice is out of the way and it's far too late for that, in the future, hire a PR firm to run this account for you, because do not do this. How many times have we seen this? Steam charts don't measure fun. They show one number on one platform at one given moment. They don't show the full picture or what it feels like to actually play. And they definitely don't capture the community that's actively helping shape what Arena Reloaded is becoming, including upcoming content like Arena Royale. I like how they drop like an ad into this. You know who else had a great community that was actively helping to shape it? Concord. All dozens of those people were really standing by that game. Over the past 6 months, we rebuilt Splitgate from the ground up because we believed in the game, our team, and our community. The 1047 team remains committed to delivering the best version of Splitgate possible. Great. And if the game is awesome, then the community will play it. It will spread like wildfire, word of mouth. Everyone will be blowing up about it. It's going to be the greatest thing since Expedition 33. And if it's not, they're going to move on to play the next game. Welcome to how the gaming industry works. First time? Like, what are we doing here? To our amazing community, thank you. Your feedback and passion have helped make Arena Reloaded better every day. And to everyone who hasn't played yet, Arena Reloaded is free. The gameplay's the best it's ever been, and we'd love for you to jump in and form your own opinion. A lot of passionate people worked very hard on it. So what this strikes me as is a very desperate ploy for attention by taking the approach of, we're going to say something really stupid at the very beginning to get people to talk about it. And then maybe just by word of mouth, by people talking about it, even, the saying of even infamous is still being talked about. I mean, even if you talked about, people still talk about you, that whole thing. That's like the whole, the Johnny Depp, but you have heard of me. It kind of feels like that's what they're doing right now, trying to get attention for their game. I don't know how many times we have to teach the lesson to these people, but apparently they still need to learn that by talking about a game does not translate to anyone even playing it. Look at Dustborn, by the way, Exhibit A for that. I made far more money off of Dustborn than Red Thread Games did. Well, actually not true, because they got $1.5 million in government funding, but from sales of the game. We'll put it that way. We got Akuvo on X. And by the way, Akuvo is one of the designers, the developers of the game. Lead game designer for 1047 Games Splitgate. He says, play, have fun. Don't worry too much about Steam charts, doubling down on the Steam charts. Like, man, they really don't want people looking at the Steam charts for this game, which we're going to do. Passion for creating fun is why we do what we do. Great. Okay. Why do you care if people look at Steam charts then? If you care about creating fun, then you shouldn't care about this. Well, I don't understand. Like, this is disingenuous. You can't say that's talking out of both sides of your mouth. I've loved hearing all the feedback from those who have hopped in, and I'm excited to continue to make fun stuff. Great. All this is good and well. I keep getting stuck on this. Don't worry about Steam charts. Steam charts don't measure fun. Okay, we get it. You guys really don't like Steam charts. Why is that? Well, let's take a look at Splitgate Arena Reloaded. All-time peak 7 months ago, nearly 26,000 people. Currently playing right this second as of recording, 637. That's not great. Not great. So again, Steam charts don't tell a full story, but they sure as hell do give people insight to how many people are playing the game, and you can extrapolate from that if the game is worth playing, if everyone's playing it. In fact, that's actually what a lot of people have been doing, because there are so many great games these days that works. You don't have infinite time in the day to play every single game. So I do understand this game is free, and what they want is just people to download it, play it, try it. Maybe you'll like it and you'll spread the word to other people. The issue that I have with that is, if the game is really good and spread by word of mouth, why is it declining? That's a full stop question. Where are these people going? Do they not have friends? Do they not talk to anyone? Why is it going down? That's like a hard question you got to ask yourself. Maybe you're blinded by your development process and how much passion and love you put into the game, that you think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but the reality might be different out there. The Black Huckage, today's life lesson: never pander to a crowd that has zero intention of supporting your product. And this is speaking to how he bent the knee for the journos after he wore the hat. It's almost like these developers, they're probably good people. They're probably down to earth. They just want more than anything to be successful. They just want everyone playing their game and talking about their game. Instead of it happening naturally, you sense the pressure of their pressing right now. Like, please play our game. We need more people. We need more people. And I will say too, this cracked me up. Legacy Killer, new update to my art masterpiece, the absolute state of AAA gaming. We have a new image to add to this massive collage of apologies or messages to the community. We got Cyberpunk, Assassin's Creed, the message for our Japanese community, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Forspoken, Overwatch, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 with the physical copy of that game having issues with that, Halo Infinite, Bethesda, Concord, it goes on and on, Naughty Dog, Marathon, so many. The Grand Theft Auto trilogy, remember that shit show when that launched? Oh, it's classic. He follows it up. Seeing a few, is Splitgate 2 AAA? When announcing they received $100 million in funding a few years ago, they said they were scaling up for Splitgate 2 to become a big AAA studio. And they did. Went from 20 devs to almost 200. So yeah, that is a AAA studio. And that would explain why they're pressing right now. Because if you have $100 million bottled up in a game, getting 637 people concurrently playing a online multiplayer game for free, you can't even break 1,000 people concurrently right now for free with $100 million put into your studio. That's not great 5 days ago, Splitgate has fumbled again and failed to secure any traction following the rebrand. This is Insider Gaming. Splitgate has had a rough couple of years, from the support ending to on the more successful first title to the second game launching amid a wave of controversies. The problem with 1047 Games and their portal touting shooter began very early on. Following a catastrophic downfall, the team relaunched Splitgate 2 under a new identity, but that too has proven to be a failure. The hardest thing a game company can do, especially if it's a multiplayer shooter, is have a sequel to it. It really is very difficult because you need to migrate the original people to the second game while trying to draw in a new audience. Especially now when the parody of your game is what's different of the new one that you can't just update a patch with the old one with. Why do we need a Splitgate 2? What's the selling point on this? Splitgate Arena Reloaded is collapsing. On December 17th, 1047 Games released Splitgate Arena Reloaded, a rebrand of Splitgate 2, which was initially released in June to disappointing reception and several damning scandals. In July, Splitgate 2 pulled back to beta as player counts imploded, which, again, kind of looks like what's happening right now, and they're pressing. The game's creator-backed marketing campaign was criticized, insanely expensive microtransaction surfaced, and 2 rounds of layoffs were held in just 6 weeks. Following a series of tests, 1047 Games revealed that Splitgate 2 would be overhauled with a fresh identity, becoming known as Splitgate Arena Reloaded. So is it Splitgate 3 now? The relaunch of the game pulled in a few thousand players at best on some platforms, but any traction that was secured has already dissipated. It's impossible to know how well the game is doing on console platforms, but we can extrapolate based on the data we do have. And they, by the way, just like Ubisoft, hate that people have insight into the numbers, because this adds additional pressure from the community, because now we can see exactly how it's performing on Steam. They would love nothing more than to get rid of the ability for us to see this. On Steam, Splitgate Arena Reloaded hit 2297 players on December 17th when the rebrand hit. At the time of publishing, only 390 players were exploring Splitgate Arena Reloaded on Steam. Yikes. While some of the more recent reviews stress positivity about the changes applied to the game, the underlying concept is one of too little, too late. Additionally, the game boasted a viewer count of just 134 users on Twitch at the time of writing. That's a mighty come down from the all-time high. Oh my God. 138,110 viewers. Put simply, nobody is interested in watching or playing Splitgate Arena Reloaded. That's not great. And it explains a pretty big downfall and why they're pressing right now. This is IGN. Steam charts don't measure fun. Splitgate dev chimes in after players express fear over PC launch numbers. Don't believe your lying eyes. Believe us, the developers that made this game. And it's a lot of fun. Download it and play it today. I'm not going to read through this whole article because it's basically rehashing everything that we just covered. But I wanted to bring it up because I wanted to showcase how on both sides of the discussion right now, journalists, gamers in general playing the games, and nobody on any side is saying, yes, this game is being missed out on. If anything, it's the other. It's the opposite. We're seeing people that are just like, yeah, it's fine, but I'm playing something else right now. IGN gave Splitgate 2 a 7 out of 10, which ironically, I believe was the same score they gave Concord. Yep. A 7 out of 10 for Concord. So IGN scored it exactly the same as Concord. Funny how that works. So I would say right now, it's not looking good for 1047 Games after multiple layoffs last year and a failed relaunch of Splitgate Arena Reloaded, and now pressing on social media saying, please don't look at the numbers, just play our game, please. It's so pathetic. It's so bad. A part of me almost feels bad for the devs. I'm like, damn guys, like maybe not spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a game that isn't going to draw a crowd of people. But we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted when the layoffs happen because I'm sure they're not too far away. But for now, I'll leave that one right there. When is IGN not giving a game a 7 out of 10? Good point. Good point. Archer Merchant for the 5. To be fair, if Steam really wanted to pass them off, they could add a DEI flag. Oh, piss them off. Yeah. They could add a DEI flag. They could. I mean, they kind of already do when they allow the, what do they call it, LGBTQ plus banner on stuff. But yes, true.